Dr. Alex Carter, a young physicist with eyes full of stars, dedicated his life to unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos. From a young age, he was fascinated by the night sky, spending countless hours with his telescope, dreaming of what lay beyond the visible universe. His passion for the unknown drove him to pursue a career in astrophysics, where he could turn his dreams into reality. His holy grail? The paradox engine, a machine designed to test the very fabric of space-time. This groundbreaking invention was the culmination of years of research and countless sleepless nights. Alex envisioned the paradox engine as a gateway to understanding the deepest secrets of the universe, a tool that could potentially unlock the mysteries of time travel and alternate dimensions. Alex believed that by harnessing the power of quantum entanglement, he could peek into the swirling possibilities of alternate realities. He theorized that the interconnectedness of particles, no matter the distance, could be the key to accessing parallel universes. His experiments were meticulous, each step bringing him closer to his ultimate goal. His colleagues scoffed, but Alex, driven by an insatiable curiosity, pressed on. Many in the scientific community were skeptical, dismissing his ideas as mere fantasy. However, Alex's determination was unwavering. He knew that great discoveries often came from challenging the status quo and venturing into the unknown. Years of tireless work culminated in this moment. Alex had sacrificed much in his pursuit of knowledge, including personal relationships and a conventional career path. But as the sun set over his outdoor laboratory, he felt a sense of accomplishment and anticipation. The paradox engine was ready for its first real test. The engine hummed, a symphony of light and sound. It was a mesmerizing sight, the machine glowing with an otherworldly energy. The air was thick with tension as Alex prepared to activate the device. He knew that this moment could change everything, not just for him, but for the entire field of physics. Alex, his heart pounding with a mix of trepidation and excitement, made the final adjustments. Every calculation, every hypothesis, every sleepless night had led to this point. He took a deep breath, his hands steady despite the adrenaline coursing through his veins. The moment of truth had arrived. Little did he know his creation was about to unleash chaos on a scale he could never have imagined. As the paradox engine roared to life, a blinding explosion of light erupted from the machine, sending shockwaves through the night. Alex watched in awe and horror as the boundaries of reality began to blur, realizing that his quest for knowledge had opened a door to the unknown, with consequences beyond his wildest dreams. The air crackled, a surge of energy pulsed outward, and the world dissolved into a blinding white light. When Alex came to, his lab was in disarray, papers strewn about, equipment sparking erratically. Something was wrong. The air felt different, charged, as if reality itself was holding its breath. At first, the anomalies were subtle, a flicker in the lights, a shift in the radio frequency, but soon, the fabric of his reality began to unravel. The laws of physics seemed to bend and distort. Time itself seemed fluid, moments repeating, then skipping ahead. Alex, once a man of science and logic, was thrust into a nightmare of uncertainty. Panic gnawed at Alex's insides. The weight of his discovery pressed heavily on his mind, making it hard to think clearly. He had always been fascinated by the mysteries of quantum mechanics, but he never imagined it would lead to this. He had to understand what he'd unleashed, the full scope of the paradox engine's capabilities. Every page he turned, every document he studied, only deepened his dread. The equations, once elegant and promising, now seemed like harbingers of chaos. He had to find a way to contain it. The thought of the barriers between realities breaking down was terrifying. He couldn't let his world be consumed by the unknown. Delving into his research, he stumbled upon a terrifying truth. The paradox engine hadn't just opened a window to other realities, it had torn down the wall separating them. The implications were staggering. The paradox engine hadn't just opened a window to other realities, it had shattered the barrier separating them. The once distinct timelines were now bleeding into each other, creating a chaotic tapestry of events. His world was now entangled with countless others, their timelines colliding. The very fabric of reality was at risk of unraveling, and Alex felt the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. His world was now entangled with countless others, their timelines colliding. The once predictable flow of time was now a jumbled mess, with past, present, and future overlapping in unpredictable ways. To make matters worse, a shadowy organization, its motives cloaked in secrecy, had gotten wind of Alex's experiment. They were relentless, their eyes set on harnessing the paradox engine's power for their own ends. They saw the paradox engine as a weapon, a tool to reshape reality itself to their will. Their ambitions were vast, and their methods ruthless. A tool to reshape reality itself to their will. They envisioned a world molded to their desires with no regard for the chaos it would unleash. Suddenly, Alex wasn't just battling quantum anomalies, he was fighting to prevent his creation from falling into the wrong hands. The stakes had never been higher. He was fighting to prevent his creation from falling into the wrong hands. The fate of multiple realities now rested on his shoulders, and he knew he had to act quickly to avert disaster. Desperate for answers, Alex pushed further, refining the paradox engine's energy matrix, hoping to stabilize the rifts before they tore his world apart. He knew the risks, knew the potential consequences, but he was out of options. He had to fix what he had broken. Then, in a flash of light and a deafening roar, a figure materialized in the center of his lab. It was him, yet not him. Another Alex, identical in appearance, but with eyes that held the weight of 1,000 lifetimes. This Alex, from a reality on the brink of collapse, had come seeking his help. The encounter was surreal. Standing face to face with himself, Alex saw his own fears, his own hopes reflected back at him. The other Alex, hardened by his experiences, spoke of a world consumed by paradox, where timelines were weapons and the very act of existence was a struggle. This was the duality of self, the stark realization that every choice, every decision, creates a ripple effect, shaping not just one life, but countless others. The weight of that responsibility, the knowledge that his actions had consequences far beyond his own reality, threatened to crush Alex. Section 6. The Weight of Two Worlds. Together, the two Alexis worked tirelessly, pooling their knowledge and resources to find a way to seal the rifts and restore balance to the multiverse. The task was daunting, the science complex and fraught with danger. One wrong calculation, one misstep, could spell disaster for countless realities. The ethical dilemmas were endless. Who were they to interfere with other realities? Even if those realities were in danger because of their actions, was it their place to play God with the fate of universes? The questions swirled, a tempest of doubt and uncertainty. Time was running out and the stakes had never been higher. Section 7. The Butterfly's Shadow. The other Alex explained the butterfly effect with alarming clarity. Every action, no matter how small, triggered a rapid chain reaction, a cascade of consequences that could reshape entire realities. A single decision, a single moment, could be the difference between peace and chaos, between life and oblivion. This wasn't just theoretical physics anymore, it was real, it was happening now. The world outside the lab was changing, morphing, becoming something strange and unfamiliar. The line between cause and effect had blurred, the present a chaotic tapestry woven from the threads of countless timelines. Section 8. The Convergence. Time was running out. The rifts between realities were widening, threatening to tear the very fabric of existence apart. The shadowy organization was closing in, their greed and ambition a palpable threat. The fate of countless worlds rested on the shoulders of two men, identical yet different, bound by a shared destiny. They had one chance, one shot at setting things right. The plan was risky, a desperate gamble that could either save everything or destroy it all. But in the face of oblivion, even the most improbable solution offered a glimmer of hope. Section 9. Echoes of Choice. In the quiet aftermath of the storm, the world seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. The choices made in the heat of the moment would echo through time, shaping destinies and altering the fabric of reality itself. The climax was a maelstrom of energy and light, a swirling vortex that threatened to consume everything in its path. It was a battle against forces beyond human comprehension, a struggle that tested the very limits of courage and resolve. The ocean waves crashed with a fury that mirrored the chaos in the skies, and the dark clouds loomed ominously, casting long shadows over the battlefield. It was a scene of raw, untamed power, a testament to the unpredictable nature of the universe. In the end, it came down to a choice, a moment of decision that would determine the fate of countless worlds. Standing at the crossroads, the weight of the universe on their shoulders, they knew that the path they chose would have far-reaching consequences, a sacrifice that would reverberate through the multiverse, a decision that would echo in the annals of time. Under the vast, starry night sky, with the Milky Way as their witness, they made the choice that would change everything. The other Alex, knowing the price that had to be paid, made the ultimate decision, stepping into the beam of light with a resolve that was both heartbreaking and inspiring. It was a moment of clarity, a realization that some sacrifices are necessary for the greater good. Sealing the rifts and ensuring the safety of countless worlds, the other Alex closed the door on one reality to protect another. It was an act of selflessness that would be remembered for generations to come. Alex watched in horror and awe as his other self was consumed by the paradox engine, his existence erased in a blinding flash of light. It was a sight that would haunt him forever, a stark reminder of the fragility of reality and the weight of ethical responsibility. The world stabilized, the anomalies faded, and a serene calm settled over the landscape. The storm had passed, leaving behind a sense of peace and renewal. The calm beach at dawn symbolized a new beginning, a chance to rebuild and move forward. Silence descended upon the lab, a stark contrast to the chaos that had preceded it. Alex was left alone, the empty bench in the park, and the deserted street at twilight reflecting his solitude and the weight of the choices that had been made. Forever changed by the encounter, Alex walked a solitary path, his heart heavy with the memories of what had transpired. The trail ahead was uncertain, but he knew that he had to keep moving forward, carrying the lessons of the past with him. His heart heavy with grief and gratitude, Alex found solace in the quiet moments of reflection. The sunset, with its hues of orange and pink, served as a reminder of the beauty that still existed in the world, despite the sacrifices that had been made. The paradox engine stood silent, its power spent, an abandoned monument to both human curiosity and the potential for both creation and destruction that lay at the heart of scientific exploration. It was a relic of a time when the boundaries of reality had been pushed to their limits, a monument to both human curiosity and the potential for both creation and destruction that lay at the heart of scientific exploration. The echoes of choice, of sacrifice lingered in the air, a reminder of the delicate balance between progress and peril. Lingered in the air, a reminder that even in the face of chaos there is always a glimmer of hope. The misty forest at dawn and the quiet meadow with morning fog symbolized the promise of a new day, a fresh start, a reminder that even in the face of chaos, even in the shadow of the unknown, there is always hope, always the possibility for redemption. The sunrise breaking through the clouds and the rainbow after the storm were symbols of resilience and the enduring human spirit. Even in the shadow of the unknown, there is always hope, always the possibility for redemption. The stars above and the silhouette against the sunset were reminders that the universe is vast and full of possibilities, always the possibility for redemption. As Alex stood at the edge of the serene lake, watching the hopeful figure against the rising sun, he knew that the journey was far from over. There were still challenges to face, but with hope and determination, anything was possible.